This is what I want. So I have 1234. 1234. This is what I want. Are you seeing it? I put the lambda in parentheses, then I also put my values in parentheses. Then I add it. It gives me what I want. So in a situation like this list that I was doing this, if I just put the list in parentheses, this it should able to give me a list too. The lambda also in parentheses. This it will give me operator type is list and integer. Okay, this is for integer and this is for list. They don't go together. Yeah, I can't use the power operator for list and integer. So when I do this and it's purely for an integer, 34, or let me just say 5. So what if you do is you find this square of 5 and to return it, which is 25. So lambda function makes it easier to be used, for us to use. Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jeffy, go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. So that is it for lambda. I briefly will be doing something and we want to test ourselves to know how strong or what we've seen and known concerning Python so far. So I downloaded some images from the web and I have them in this way. We'll ask the question, we'll try to get the answer. Now, what you see on the screen, the first image, is a function. Function is what? That variable function is what? Huh? Function is what? Huh? No, this function here, this variable function, what is it? Is it an integer, a string, a dictionary, or what?
It's a list.
A list. Yes, it's a list. It's a list. So for number in range 8, range 8 will give us what? 0 to what? 0 to 7. 0 to 7. So define is not defining a function, which it will return number. It will return the number. Then it will append the number to functions. You understand? The number that is returned by this function, my function, will be appended to this outside function. So now the final result that you want is results equal to function for function in functions. Print results. It looks confusing, right? It looks confusing, but it's interesting. Look at it very well. Look at it very well. I can open a new Python shell so that I'll run the code. You see what it will give us. When I run the code, the first thing is functions is a variable and it is stored as, it is declared as what? A list. Because then for numbers, number is also a variable in range of 8. I want you to do this. So every time that loop is executed, it will define a function. It will define a function which I call my function. And this is what it will do. It will return the number. It will return the number, right? So as it returns the number, what I want it to do, it will do this, append whatever is returned by this function into my functions, the outside variable, dot append. You remember we use append to add items to a list, dot append, right? And what will it append? My function. My function. Good. So this. So for example, if we want this, we say results equals to, this is list comprehension. List comprehension, I will explain list comprehension function for function in functions. What will this give us? What will this give us?
Which one?
So when we print results, what will it give us? I think it will give us an error. Do you know why it will give us an error? That's what I think, but I don't know. I will confirm. It will give us an error because
result is not defined.
will it give us an error? Will it give us an error? Let me see. Okay, results. Yes, will it give us an error? Will it give us 7777? Don't give us an error. This aspect, remember the range functions, what is the functions is 0 to 7. What is the functions? What is the functions is, let me do this function. Okay, is a function, is a function, a nested function. So it is, what is it called this? It is no, it is, it's a no, not iterative. What refers to itself when we did Fibonacci series, it's recursive. It is recursive. It's a recursive function. So this will give us 7777. The last value of this range is 7. So what we have here is 7. When we take 7, say for function in functions, that is for value in functions, represent it here. So what we have in list comprehension, this is, for example, a list comprehension. I say x for x in let me do this for x in 2, x, 3. Do this. Okay, let me say x times x times x times x for x in this. What we will do is that inside this list, it sees every value inside there as an x. So for 2, it will do 2 times 2. For 3, it will do 3 times 3.
Hurry.
For 4, it will do 4 times 4. You see? This is what they call list comprehension. So this saves us a lot rather than going through what is it called? for loop rather than going through for loop. If I want to do this, I can define this as t equals to 2, 3, 4. Then I'll say what for x in t, what should happen? It should do what? It should for x in t, it should do what? For x in t, what should happen? For x in t, I want first I will define an outside array, outside list. Then I say for x in t, do what? Append, I dot append the power, or let me not use this. I say x times x times x. I want to do that. Then it should what? Let me print my I. I got 4, 11. Okay, I did not put comma here, that's why. See? So I was in a haste. I put comma there. I just repeat everything I have here. Then I repeat this. Then I do my I. You see it. So instead of going through these many steps, I can just use my list comprehension and get whatever thing I want to get. Do you understand? Good.
Why don't you use the I?
You say?
You say for x inside.
Yes.
Why don't you use
that's a variable. It's a variable. Anything I use there is a variable. So it's a variable name. I can use any name. I can use for Nigeria inside Abraka. They are all variable names. That does not necessarily mean that Nigeria is inside Abraka.
that x is taking that I inside?
Yes. It's taking the item inside the list. So you see, with Python, you do a lot of things shorter as you progress. But when you have, as you are beginning, you can do little things like this. Then when you advise them, you can begin to use list comprehension. It will save you a lot of time to make your program to run faster, because this is just a one-line code. Something of how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something of 5 lines, you run it in one line. That's what Python does. Okay, let's see the next one. We have this. This is also on list. It defines numbers as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then we have gen as n for n in numbers, if n in numbers. Do you understand? N for n in numbers, if n in numbers. It's also a comprehension. But remember, because here is not a square bracket, a block bracket, this is a normal bracket. It's called what? A tuple comprehension. It's not a tuple comprehension. We have list comprehension, we have tuple comprehension, we have dictionary comprehension and set comprehension. It's just that you use those data structure, but the techniques still remain the same. So what will this give us? This, when we do list gen, to give us 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, because every number here is a number. Is it for number, return n for n in this, if n is in this. So it will return everything because everything is in numbers. Now, but it's returning it as a list and not as a tuple. Do you know why? Because it was converted. It was converted back. That's why. As it was converted to list. This tuple here was converted to list. So that's why it returned as a tuple, not as a list. Okay. to get a clear understanding, we have something like this. Norm equals to, let me say this 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Good. Then I have Gen. I want to do it in another version so that you will see what it will return because of that in. If this is in this, Gen equals to n for n in num. But this time I'm not going to specify num. I want to specify something for n in range 10. Range 10 will also give me a list, right? If not n in what? In num. You have what? I have give me what? Gen. If I say give me gen, it gives, okay, give me a generator. I want a list of gen. Like this. That gives me what? All even numbers. Because of that not I specified. If I say if n in this in num, it will give me those numbers. Sure you understand? Do you understand? You don't understand? Okay. Should we take a break now? Okay. Bo, are you with us? Do you understand this comprehension?
Honestly, I didn't follow up. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I didn't really follow up.
Okay.
A little distraction. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It will be forwarded to the group.
Yes, I'll check later. Yeah.
Yes, we'll explain more on the group.
Yeah.
So we are taking
Okay,
a
thank you.
recess now. We want to take a recess because my students.
Okay.
They are.
Thank you.
They are becoming.
They are tired. They want to take lunch.
Exactly.
You know me, I'm without video, so if I'm hungry, I can still even eat while I'm in class.
Once we will come
It's fine.
back, if we come back, I'll let you know.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we
Thank
appreciate.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Me.